Buddy and Kid Sister. Each sold separately from Play School.
'80s America was different. As a kid, we played outside. This was way before cell phones and tablets. We had real toys. Bikes, planes, model cars. Who sank my battleship? When I look back on it, I wonder what this country is coming to. But this story is not about my patriotic, nostalgic view of America. It's about what happened when I was 16 years old, babysitting. Miss Evelyn Edwards and her husband had 4 kids, all boys. And on Saturday nights, her and her husband liked to go out and have a little alone time and have drinks. For me, this was easy money. I would let the boys run around the house. We would watch some Chuck Norris movies, play Shoot 'em Up Bang Bang. They were normally worn out and in bed by 9:30. I would clean up the house by 10, then have a solid 2 hours to chill and watch movies. That night, things went to plan. The boys played. Chuck Norris was put on and ran to the fullest. Invasion USA. We ran around the house with fake army guns, socks that we used as grenades, and we made tents out of blankets. Frankly, we tore the whole entire house up, and it was fun. 9:30 rolls around. It's time for the boys to go to bed. Now, the oldest, Byron, was 9 years old. And honestly, back then, I really didn't know how this child was going to turn out. He was a little bit feminine, and had this twitch to his walk. A real soft-spoken kid. He was sweet, but almost too sweet, if you know what I mean. I'm getting him in the bed, and the little man asks for his doll. I look around the room, and I see this Kid Sister doll, but I'm thinking, this can't be his doll. I check the closet, I check under the bed, and he's like, no, that's my doll over there, Kid Sister. And I mumble to myself, well, fuck me, he has a girl doll. Nonetheless, I give him his doll, I go downstairs and start to clean up. 30 minutes pass, the phone rings, and it's Miss Evelyn saying that her and her husband are going to be later than normal. After that, I go pop some popcorn and put on another movie. That's when I noticed the doll in this chair in the living room. Naturally, I'm thinking to myself, Byron is up, so I run upstairs, but he's sound asleep, laying on his stomach, hugging up with a pillow. When I come back downstairs, the doll is gone. But it's late, and I'm thinking I'm imagining things, right? So I sit on a sofa and watch the next Chuck Norris movie. 20 minutes into that movie, I start to get this eerie feeling, like I'm being watched on all sides. And I've never ever felt this way before in this house. I'm sitting there eating a bowl of popcorn when out of nowhere, this freaking doll falls out of the air, hits my bowl of popcorn, spilling it on the sofa, lands right next to me, and I flip the hell out. Holy shit, I jump backwards, the sofa flips with me, I knock over the end table and the glass vase full of peppermint candies breaks, the dog is in the yard barking, shit goes awry. I run out of the TV room into the kitchen, sliding on a hardwood floor, in the process, banging into the wall, putting a hole in the drywall. Now I'm in the kitchen and I got a knife. I gather the courage to run upstairs by the boys, move the 2 youngest into the room with the 2 oldest, close and lock the door. 1 a.m. rolls around and Miss Evelyn comes home. I can hear their reaction to the mess. These heavy footsteps come pounding up the steps. They turn the doorknob and it's locked. When I open it, I can see this look of relief on their faces that we are all right. But Mr. Edward pulls me to the side and says, son, what the hell happened in my house? I proceed to tell him the truth and he cuts me off. He says, listen, I know you boys play rough around my house, and that's fine. But damn, son, when you start breaking stuff, do you realize that costs me money? He hands me a $100 bill and goes into his bedroom. Miss Evelyn, on the other hand, wanted to hear the entire story. So I tell her, and her face drops. She grabs me by the hand and pulls me down the steps. To my surprise, the sofa is now flipped back upright and the doll is sitting there. She grabs the doll, looks at me and says, I threw this thing away 3 days ago. Put it in the trash right as the garbage man was passing by. And what she said next was both funny and serious at the same time. She looks me dead in my eyes and says, "We about to burn this bitch." And that's what we did. We got a metal bucket out of the closet, lighter fluid, went into the backyard and burned that doll. Miss Evelyn went on to tell me that after she bought that doll, she noticed that it was moving around the house. And I know a lot of people have great childhood memories of the kid sister and the My Buddy doll, but the memories sketched in my mind are nothing positive.